In every African village, there's always that one man that is loud, dramatic, full of advice no one asks for. And unfortunately, he does not hold any title. But somehow, believe the village cannot function without him. He talks as if he built the village road with his bare hands, and chased evil spirits from the forest with his shadow, and advised his ancestors even before they became ancestors. In Amalu village, that man is Chief Ajemba. He self-declared himself as Omeiheukwu One of Amulu, also known as Chief Trouble. One day, he called for an village emergency meeting, and you must be wondering what his goal was. It was simple, to fix the village for once and for all. But what happened when his big ideas turned into chaos, when goats gossip and grandstanding collide? This story will make you laugh. You will think, or maybe you will even see your own village in Amulu. Welcome to African Tales by Kadi. Grab your seat. The meeting is just about to begin. As the sun rose gently over Amulu village, painting golden lines across the dusty red earth, the smoke from the morning fire drifted lazily into the sky. The women were pounding yam with a rhythm like drummers. The children, chasing osiers and one another barefooted. The village came alive again as it used to be every day with gossip, laughter and noise. But at the edge of the village, there was a different kind of noise bewailing. As Chief Ajemba sat shirtless outside his compound, with his pot belly proud and round like a well-fought drum, he wore nothing but his wrapper and pride, with a giant hand fan flopped in one hand, with an oversized red bead hung around his neck like a stolen church curtain. Obina, he shouted, startling bird from the mango tree. Come here, you this boy, with your eyes like a lost goat. Obina, a 12-year-old boy and always in trouble, ran over quickly and breathlessly. Go and fetch me my red cap and my walking stick. And after you have done that, tell the town crier that I'm calling for a village emergency meeting today. Today, Amolo will be delivered. Obina asked with surprise. Deliver from what exactly, Chief? Ajemba puffed out his chest, adjusted his wrapper like a king preparing for coronation. From disorderliness, from goats walking freely in the market square, from women who talk more than they cook, for children who wore trousers tighter than their common sense, from men who spend more time in Paiwan joints than on their farmland and families. The time has come for leadership that shouts and not whisper in fear. As he raises his walking stick to the sky, as if he was expecting thunder. As Obina quickly dashed off to deliver his message, Chief Ajemba smiled to himself and said, "This is the day they will remember who Ajemba is." And within an hour, the town crier's gong echoed across the village and market square. Hey, hey, Amalu people, Chief Ajemba calls for an emergency meeting. Come one, come all. Leave your yams and your gossip and come. At the market square, people's reaction feel like loose pepper. Mba, what is he up to again? Mama Opi grunted as she dipped her hand inside her dried pepper. Did he find a cure for laziness? Asked another market woman. Eze, the hunter, leaned against a palm tree with his hunting stick by his side. If Ajemba is talking, I better carry my stick, just in case I need to beat some common sense into someone today. Ngozi, the village self-declared TikTok queen, had already popped her phone and was ready to create content. Hey guys, she whispered to the camera. Village content is about to get hot. Hashtag Chief Talk Trash. I will give you the gist later. Stay tuned. Later that afternoon, under the wide arms of the great Iroko tree, plastic chairs were arranged in a row. Children climbed the branches of the tree. The villagers gathered as some were curious to hear what Ajemba has to say. Some were already regretting for leaving their kitchen. And also, the young men crossed their arms waiting. The elders clenched their walking stick as they complained about their aching bones and wasted time. Then, they heard some drums. Boom, boom, boom. As Chief Ajemba arrived in Agbada, flapping his wings with dancers on both sides, his face was glistening with pride and body oil. He waved like a president returning from exile. His red cap sat at an angle like it had stories on its own, and when he arrived under the Iroko tree with a smile and very courageous, he started, I greet you, my people. I greet you all. Thank you all for honoring my invitation. Today is a great day. It's a day of destiny. A chicken clock loudly in protest, but Ajemba ignored it. He continued, there are some issues I want us to address in this meeting. There are sins that are threatening Amulo. Women who no longer kneel to greet their husband, children with hairstyles and dressed like drug victims, goats who walk around freely like they are landlord in this community. Then, murmurs arose from the crowd as Mama Opi raised her hand, and she did not even wait for her to be called. Chief, let's address serious issue. The boreholes are broken. Women are giving birth under the mango trees like animals. Where is my money from the palm oil you bought last year? Eh? Don't even act as if they not owe me. The crowd grips and laughed. Ngozi shouted from behind. Tell him, Mama, tell him. Hashtag village shade. Chief Ajemba dabbed his forehead. Let's continue and stay focused. Is this not the same village during last funeral? They served me rice without meat. Is this not collapse of morals? An old man murmured from behind. So you called us here because your meat finished. Pa Ada, shut up! Ajemba snapped in as laughter erupted among the people. And as they were laughing, a ghost strode into their midst, slowly and gracefully, like it had an RSVP. It sniffed around Ajemba's leg. Somebody arrest that goat, Ajemba shouted. It's mocking my authority. The goat blinked twice and then walked off unimpressed. The villagers bent over laughing at him. Ajemba's heart trembled, and there came a quiet and silent voice among the crowd. There are bigger things that we need to discuss, said Eze the hunter. No clinic, no school. The village part is so bad that even lizard trip on it. Another teenage boy stood to speak. The youth have no jobs. We sell data bundles and pray for miracle alert. A woman with her baby tied at her back added, mosquitoes net have not reached our compound, but we have received 4 invitations from Ajemba's meeting this month. Ngozi's voice came again, softer this time around. You think I'm just here to do TikTok? You think I'm happy carrying this phone all about looking for where to charge? But let me tell you today, I've been raising money online for my mom's medication. She has asthma. She can't even breathe properly at night, she said as tears dropped down her cheeks. Everywhere was silent, and everyone that was sitting under the Iroko tree was cold. Chief Ajemba's eye darted left and right. His proud chest deflected and sank into his chair. His mind took him back to Lagos, years ago in a dusty community during his NYSC. Some COP members walked into the office, filled with hope in their eyes. He was asked to welcome them as a junior clerk. He was wearing his uncle's oversized tie. Ladies and gentlemen, he said, I bring you greeting from the Federal Ministry of Penmanship. Some clapped and others hailed him. Chairman, chairman. That was the day he started feeling like he too could lead people. He too mattered. Besides, they laughed at Nelson Mandela too. He whispered to himself. And since then, he has been looking for an opportunity to lead people. After a few minutes, the real village head chairman Odogu stood with no agbada, no dancers, in a calm and respectful way. He started, we all allowed you to speak, Chief Ajemba, because sometimes a fool must shout before the wise respond. Now, let's do the real work, with no noise, but with sense. He addressed the concern of the people and provided a possible way of solving it. The crowd nodded in agreement, and after his speech, the villagers began moving into groups. Some talked about repairing the borehole, others about forming group for skills acquisition. Some volunteered their van to help pregnant women deliver to the next village clinic. Ajemba sat there quietly, with his stick leaned against his chair, as no one was asking for his contribution. That evening, as the sun dipped low, the village square came alive again, not with speech this time around, but with action. Ngozi packed her phone away and shared more ideas on how she can empower people on how to use TikTok. The teenage boy who had spoken was now sweeping the garden where they all sat. Mama Opi handed over a bowl of her pepper soup. Eze the hunter sat next to Ajemba. A real chief, he said, fetches firewood before it rains. Ajemba stared at the ground in shame and said, I just wanted to matter. You do, is a reply. Maybe you should matter less loudly. As they sat in silence, the goat returned this time around, wearing Ajemba's red cap. The crowd grew and exploded in laughter. Eh, the goat is now our chief trouble the second, someone shouted. Let it hold next week meeting, another cried. It might do better. Ajemba laughed for the first time that day. Then, Obina screamed from behind, Chief, the goat chewing your phone. Everyone turned. The goat blinked again and proudly munched on something shiny. Ajemba threw his hands in the air. Ah, this goat has more fans more than me now. Oh. In Amulu, laughter fixed everything more than shouting could ever. Chief Ajemba learned something that day. Not that Chief Ajemba learned something that day that noise does not make a leader. Listening does. Even goats know when to keep quiet. Thank you so much for watching this story to the end. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do so by subscribing and turning off the notification button for more stories. And also, if you're a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you so much for supporting my growth. I really appreciate you, and I did not take your support for granted. See you next in my next video. Bye.